is, running it down on these niggas.
Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we get it, my nigga. Still be painting them pictures, my nigga. Ripping that raw and fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never gon' hurt you. Niggas, they never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
How the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back. Knew I never seen another nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back. Niggas.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Bullis Gotti. Back with another one. This video right here. I saw a conversation on Vlad TV about Freeway Ricky Ross, right? And I want to say this, right? For years, it's been known that he was a snitch. Wack wasn't wrong. The man did testify. He's an informant. People want to celebrate Rick Ross. People want to give him his flowers. Nah, nigga, you ratted. Look at Waterhead Bo, for example, right? Shout out to Waterhead Bo, right? But then, not only just Waterhead Bo, but just look at Harry O, right? And look at Freeway Rick Ross. Harry O and Freeway Rick Ross, in my opinion, ruined a whole legacy, right? Harry O ruined his legacy when he snitched on Suge and did a whole lot of telling. He can't take that back. He went out bad. Freeway Rick Ross went out bad. These dudes is not, you can't give them, like, the only dude that I say, like, from California, from LA, in my opinion, that's a stand-up G, is Waterhead Bo. You ain't hear him testify. You ain't hear him get on no interviews, which I want to see him do a documentary on his life. Even though Snowfall is based on Bo, you know, because he was the biggest thing moving out of Cali. He's from Detroit, but he moved to Cali. He had California lockdown. Franklin Saint is based on him. That character is based on Waterhead Bo. That is Waterhead Bo's story. You understand what I'm saying? And he was the one that Freeway Rick and even Harry O would like to act like they was him. Don't get me wrong, Harry O did his thing also, but he went out bad. Now, Harry O brother, R.I.P. Black Dave, that was that dude. But Harry O went out bad, super bad. Harry O went out super bad. Once he did that snitching on Suge and did all that telling that he was doing, you know, and then the same thing, Freeway Rick Ross, like, these niggas went out bad, bro. And then they try to make excuses to try to play like, oh, nah, I ain't go out bad. Nah, you went out bad, dog. Like, you went out super bad. I can't, you know what I'm saying? And I you know, I really respect what Harry O do, but I can't really respect him because it's like you did cooperate. You know, you can't forget what you did to Suge. You did some talent. And then it's not only just Suge saying it, but it's Jay Prince saying it. Jay Prince said it about Harry O. Said he told on him. So, and Jay Prince had affiliations with Bo and Harry O. So, Freeway Ross want to make it look like, oh, nah, we ain't, him and Harry O want to make it look like, oh, they violated the code, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Them niggas violated, corroborated. You can't have it. You can't have it both ways. They went out bad. They went out bad. Went out bad. Rick Ross, I get it. He tried to excuse the fact that, okay, I testified on them cops, but those cops was in the same game as you. You can't. It's the same thing with Frank Lucas, bro. You can't say, oh, I just testified on police. Nah, bro. Nah, bro, you went out bad. You went out bad. Frank Lucas told early in the game. You know what I'm saying? Frank Lucas went out bad, like early. Like, Nikki didn't go out, but I give Frank Lucas a little benefit of the doubt, though, because he was trying to get even with them cops. So I give him his flap. I give him a little bit, grace. But Rick Ross, he told. Freeway Ricky Ross told. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's no whack didn't lie. He cooperated. He trying to act like he didn't, but we all seen the story. We all seen 100 kilos. We all seen the Montel Williams interview. We all seen all the interviews. Dog was singing like a canary in all his interviews. Same with Harry O. Every interview Harry O did, whether it was the Death Row documentary, or was the 5 interview, whatever interview that Harry O did, he was telling the whole time. He was snitching. On Suge, on the whole Death Row, on the whole situation. He was snitching. And that's the same thing with Freeway Ricky Ross. The only dude that's a stand-up man that should get respect and really should get his flowers is Waterhead Bo. Stop talking about, let's really stop giving Harry O, and because let's keep it all the way real, right? Waterhead Bo ran L.A. When you talk about the drug scene in the 80s, bro, the mid-80s, Waterhead Bo was the big thing out of L.A. He was bigger than Harry O. He was bigger than Rick Ross. He was big. You know what I'm saying? Him and Harry O was partners. They got money together, but he was bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? He controlled everything in Cali. He controlled it. So when people talk about Rick Ross, they talk about Harry O. I'm like, yo, them niggas don't deserve no flowers. The nigga that deserve flowers is the man that stood tall, did his time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never said nothing, came home. Him and Kevin Garnett doing big things business-wise. Him and KG is doing a lot of big things in the corporate side that people don't even know about, the situations that he got with KG. They don't even know about the corporate business. Like, he's doing things like, when it comes to like movies and documentaries, like he's really like a huge big deal out there in LA. You know what I'm saying? He's a big fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? And people talking about Rick Ross and talking about, like, that whole Snowfall story was based on him. You know, Rick Ross was beefing with John Singleton, trying to say, oh, yeah, they took my story. No, he ain't take your story, bro. Stop it. Stop it. We all know whose story that was. That wasn't his story. You know, that was Harry O's story. That was not even Harry O. That was Waterhead Bo's story. And he went out and tried to make it seem like dude took his story and ain't paid homage, when that was far from the truth. When everybody know that Bo went to school in the Valley, that if you look at his connect, the dude, the wrestling dude, like Ocho, I think there was a dude named Ocho, that was his name on the show. Yeah, Ocho. He was a wrestler. But the true story, his connect was a bodybuilder. You understand what I'm saying? So it was kind of close to his story. You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing was based on Bo. It was never based on Freeway Rick. You understand what I'm saying? And he kept pushing it like, oh, that's my story. And the nigga took my story. Nigga didn't take your story, man. He was lying. And the sad part is he was running around like somebody did him wrong. You know what I'm saying? But he did bad, bro. He did bad. Him, Harry O, they did bad. Dudes is giving them they flowers. What you giving them niggas they flowers for? They did bad, bro. They both ratted. They both ratted. They both went out vicious. All right? And what I mean vicious is, I mean they both went out nasty. Okay? They both went out nasty. Harry O went out and told on Suge. He fell out and he told on Suge. Freeway Ricky Ross went out bad. He did the same thing. Started telling. Was on the news. So, how could people believe that dude ain't do bad? He did bad. He could try to pump up the bad dope and try to make it seem like, nah, he didn't do bad. Son did bad, man. Son ratted. Son ratted. And like I said, Waterhead Bo, in my opinion, is the best that ever did it. In L.A. Bo Bennett never told. He's a legitimate businessman doing major things in the movie world with Kevin Garnett. Still stacking them ends and living his life. And you got dudes like Harry O and Rick trying to copy that man's story. Trying to make it like it's their story. Bo Bennett was the biggest plug there was. He was supplying Detroit, New York, LA, Philly, Jersey, DC, Miami. Bo was that dude. And Bo, you can't say he did any testifying. But when it come to son, when it come to old boy, yeah, he ratted. He ratted. Rick, Harry O, they ratted. You know what I'm saying? You could go look at the interviews. They play police games. Bo, he ain't do no interviews. He did his time, came home. He did time with Boy George, Klein, Boo Bear. These dudes, solid dudes. You know, he was in the joint with. You know, he in the joint with, I think, Prince, Los. This who Bo Bennett was locked up with. Real solid dudes. You know what I'm saying? Did his time, came home, got straight back to the money, legitimate and clean. On the low, like a ghost. You know what I'm saying? We got these dudes like Rick that's on Vlad and be capping. Be capping. Harry O, be capping. Let's keep it real. So, yeah, Wack ain't get it wrong. You know, he aired out Harry O and he aired out Freeway Rick Ross. They both is two informants. The only solid dude out of L.A. that was on that drug tip in the 80s that didn't do what Harry O and Freeway Rick did is Waterhead Bo. Bo Bennett. Solid man, bro. And he was bigger than both of them. That's why Snowfall is loosely based on his life. Because he was that dude. You saw what they did with Snowfall. Imagine if they really did the movie on him. Let's talk about it. But it's all right. You already know what it is. Your boy Bullets Gotti, man. Salute.